us.
Let me ask you a question.
We're getting called in about like SWAT team and shit. I was like,
It was.
This is happening on Cypress.
You know, it was funny as I was coming in. As we were coming in, I'm like, man, they probably think they're getting raided again.
Yeah, seriously. That was why everyone started convoluting there. Before was a mass raid happening again. God damn.
A lot of car parts. I've gone through. I cracked open 2,000 cases today.
What?
Yep. Sitting on another 60,000 bet right now.
Listen,
yeah.
how many? Come on, how many Yo engines did you get?
1 in 4,000. Yep.
Holy shit.
I think they.
Oh man.
Brother, I am making the most. So I'll give you a little bit of a preview, right? Obviously, we discussed some of the problems, right, that I had.
Yeah.
However, in doing so, I wanted some answers, right, and how to make things better. And transparently, Port Center has been a shit show for like 2 to 3 months. Pretty much after I took my eyes off it, right, because I had to deal with legislative shit. And quite frankly, after Frankie left, because Frankie was great. And so I don't want to see it fail. So one thing led to another. And I now have... Would you like a preview? And this is for your eyes only, gentlemen and ma'am. This is going to be made public to everybody, but right now we're in beta. You interested?
I'd love to take a look for sure, yeah.
Open up your phones and go to LeviathanCapital.com.
It's not popping up for me. It's popping up for you guys.
Oh, .me. Sorry, .me.
I got it.
Go ahead and click on the ledger. Or sorry, the offerings.
Yeah, I see that. It's cool.
That updates as the market updates. Do you notice the names under there? The brokers?
Mm-hmm.
Those are some of the brokers that actively 24/7 are buying bet as the market changes. When they are around and logged in on the site, they go green, which means you know who to call. Now,
This is cool.
Can you look over my shoulder?
Yeah.
Let me know when you guys are good. You guys good?
Ah, shit. I was looking for you on the wrong one.
Oh, yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good as well now.
If you the brokers are able to submit all of their transactions. Every transaction shows up on my end, even when I'm asleep. As you can see on the top right-hand corner, we have done $23 million of bet purchases.
Jesus.
It has not even been a week. Every transaction is recorded, so it can be audited, internally and externally. Now, here's where the magic comes. You will notice that when I log in, it may seem like it's a login just for Leviathan Capital.
Okay.
However, that is a single sign-on. With the Court Center being the very first, the second app. I'm not going to click on that just yet. I'm going to show folks next week. That single sign-on, the Leviathan Capital crypto exchange, and the future of San Andreas e-commerce. One of those applications should be Blani's. Blani's online gambling.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Now-
shit.
So when you ask me the question, why were we down there? It's all for courts. I have the probabilities for every car part that comes out of those boxes. That transport, I know when it happens. I'm not going to be in the van next time.
Yeah, that shit's sketch, man.
I'm going to say...
Crazy
Wait, hold on.
sketchy.
Listen to what I'm saying very carefully. Next time, I'm not going to be in the van. We moved $10 million worth of product today. Are you seeing where this is going?
Hell.
I do
Yes,
see where this is
am.
going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Understood. Okay.
So,
Understood.
yeah. Now, one thing I will say is I would not get too excited just yet. Otherwise, it would be very dangerous. As you don't know what's in the van right now. Is that making sense?
Yeah.
Might be
Right.
empty sometimes. Might be fake. Maybe there's multiple vans. Who knows? Right? But yes, I'm sure it was very sketchy. But, you know, sometimes things needs, if you're moving $10 million of, county car parts for the court center, obviously it's going to need it's going to need a real transport because it's not some fucking bullshit bank truck, right? It's actual merchandise. Merchandise that the entire city needs.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
I mean, I think this is badass.
Yeah.
The website looks clean too. It looks
Yeah.
really good.
it's we have a lot of plans for it. The court center is going to, we're not going to be offering car parts directly to folks. Well, we will. It'll be an option. But I'm moving the court center into a wholesaler, like Amazon. When I figure out the MSRP, which is effectively the amount of cost, percentage of pull rate, and certain parts like 1s to 3s, which are pretty much garbage, being valued at 0, I know what the actual like bottom line price should be. That bottom
I was gonna
line
ask you
price,
that.
yep, plus, which I don't have yet because it's actually a statistical combinatorics equation, which is a little complicated. I just haven't, you can't just go pull rate times, box count. It's a little complicated, but by knowing what those values should be, I'm going to be offering mechanic shops direct access to the parts. So whether it's like Project R, whether it's Elite Automotive, et cetera, I want them to be the people funding the city. So right now, you can't because it was Stranglehold. Instead, if you go to Project R, Raven's Mechanic Shop, Elite Automotives, any like proper business, you should be able to go there and they should be able to upgrade your vehicle because they're getting their parts wholesale. They don't need to understand the logistics. They don't need to understand this and that. They just come to Quartz, and they come and they get their parts at a price that allows them to make profit. So
That's cool.
To give an example, let's say a yoke costs $500,000 to pull, right? Like that's the bottom rate. Then they'll get it for $500,000. But then you could additionally buy the yoke for, let's say, $750,000 because of demand. But I want the mechanic shops to make the money. I don't want some monopolizing cunt to push everyone else out. Does that make sense? So, and
No, I see why you're doing the wholesale.
Yes.
You're trying to your aim has always been to support the businesses, right? If you don't, then you're just as bad as the last guy. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I see why you're doing it. It's cool.
Because I have no interest in money. You know what I mean? It doesn't.
Right, you don't need it. Yeah.
Yeah. Now it gets even better. Quartz Center, like I said, is going from the old Amazon model to the new one. When you go to Quartz Center a week or two when we launch, you're not going to just see the old catalog. You guys have seen the old one? How it looks?
I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it.
It's not like that anymore. It's going to be like fucking DoorDash. So every store that is registered on there, you'll see their banner. When you go search for Yote, it'll show Miguel's mechanic shop. Project R is going to show up. And you can buy from either. If one of their employees is online, you're going to know because they're logged in. You'll know you can call them right up. Right? If you go click on that storefront, you'll see their entire inventory and all the phone numbers of their employees and a green or red light depending on if they're logged in. So, and it's going to have consignment. So, if you got stuff you want to sell, it can be sold directly to the Quartz Center. And with that system I showed you with the crypto, everything's baked in there. So, you just go click, click, click. You know how much to transfer to what state ID? Boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? So, big moves. Anyways, but I imagine you guys are here for another topic.
This is the next generation of fucking, good shit coming to the city, Nino. I like that. I like that.
100%.
Have you thought of maybe on the website itself, again, to promote things that are happening in the city, events and whatnot? Have you thought of anything in that regard? Maybe people can
like events
their shit through your site. Yeah.
Yes, I'm glad you brought that up. In fact, that's one of the first apps I push forward. It's going to be a personal. So we haven't decided yet whether it's going to be its own just events app. But the idea is it's going to be a calendar. It might get baked into something else, but I think it's just going to be plainly a calendar where you can keep personal track of things. Because I need it, Turner needs it, right? Like, hey, at this time, this is happening at this time. But you can also make an event and make it public, and then you can subscribe to that event. So let's say you click there and like, what's going on? Or you can invite people, right? And you can turn on alerts. So as long as you got the site open and you're on any one of the websites, right? Because it's single sign-on, you can be on Quartz, you can be on, Blarney's fucking like online casino or whatever the fuck. Right? It will you can turn on a sound notification. So.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking it'd be amazing for somewhere on the side of where everybody's looking on the site, for there to be I don't know, sponsored by, CFC.
Yes.
In our case, right? Have main events that are happening in the city on the side. Maybe people can click on them. Go to them directly, know a little bit more about them. We can build a space for it as well, through you, of course.
Yeah.
Something along those lines would be great. More visibility. And again, it's all about people going to these events.
You ready for the other one? There's a couple. I know LSBN has wanted a news thing. PD's wanted a news thing. And so that's going to be the other bit. So there's going to be... Okay. You can see what the latest stories are by the different news agencies, right? Video, articles, you name it. But yes, absolutely, that is something we want to do. We had a version of it on lossantos.me but it was underutilized, mostly because people aren't going to go out of their way to go to lossantos.me to look at legislation or article, right? But now, since we're baking in like a lot of things that add a shitload of value to people's everyday and reduce waste of time shit, like, oh, where's a transaction and like blah, 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 you know, all this kind of shit. Now people are going to want to go there, right? Whether, like you said, to check up on events, buy something from Court Center, see, not even buy something from Court Center, see, hey, I want to go buy this thing. Who's got it, right? Which store has it? Well, you search, it searches all their storefronts, right? And then it says who's around, right?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is this something that's going to be accessible to a phone or a tablet? Because as good as a website sounds, I know how people work, and a website isn't something that they're going to want to keep looking for. They want something that's accessible to them.
That is very much something we want to do, but it depends. I think once we cross a certain threshold of quality and security, that is definitely something I would love.
That's good.
And but I don't want to get too much into that, since that requires, you know, conversations with
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, no, this is great.
Yeah.
You know, for shit like events, like I'm saying, it's going to be better for visibility, and I think a lot of people need that in the city. Right now, advertisement goes through Twitter. It goes through fucking, you know, people putting posters up. It's
Like the wedding today, right?
Right, exactly. That could have been somewhere, right? But and a lot of people attended, but you know, who knows what they had to do to get that out there.
Yep.
But okay, all right, that sounds fucking great. I'm very interested in that. I have my watch business. We got the CFC. Harry's got his businesses coming up as well. So you know, we're very interested in doing a little partnership, or you know, being there. In whatever capacity.
1,000%. All right. So
okay. Well, on a complete other note, we came across something, and we thought that maybe you'd be the guy that'd be interested in something like this. Harry?
Yeah, take.
Put them on the table if you want.
Yeah.
Oh, you found some.
Not just one, but two.
Oh my God.
Now, I know there's fucking cops who are sick. There might be people that, you know, maybe you work with who are sick.
Yeah.
People in government positions. There's not loads of them, but there's definitely people who's still sick out there. You're in a very powerful position. You got a lot of leverage.
We want more people to go to the website.
The problem is, you know, that
you
those
need
files there-
to get the cure. You need to sign up. This is a fucking fantastic idea.
Now, here's the problem, though.
Harry's apothecary.
I wish. I wish. We tried a little experiment and it didn't go well. These two might be the last two you see, maybe forever. Like, seriously.
Oh.
Like, I don't know. Like, these, you know, this shit, like, at the end of the day, right, me and Lush, we're not going to go. I know there's cops who are sick. I know there's people in positions that are sick. I'm not looking to go around and try and, like, you know, communicate with cops and stuff, you know. I don't do stuff like that. But you know, you could be the hero here, Nino, a little bit.
Okay.
Mayor Nino saves 2 cops' lives, or
That's
whoever,
right.
a doctor's life.
Well, I'm less interested in doctors. I'm going to be honest, or not doctors. Sorry, the cops. Yeah, I may show a certain face, but it's worse than y'all maybe even imagine. To be honest, quite frankly, I think those are the ones that are probably sick. Are probably the ones that need to die more than anyone else.
I mean, think of a play here, though, right? I mean, maybe you can alleviate somebody of the sickness in exchange for something, right?
You could get you some votes in the next campaign. You never know.
Exactly.
I
You
am
never
not
know.
running again, gentlemen. I am waiting for
you're
my.
not?
No, fuck no.
Damn.
The only problem with these vials, Nino, is they're gonna run out. Like they're gonna degrade. They're gonna decay.
How much
So this
time?
is-
Like, what would you
It's-
estimate? Like the
I don't
stability?
know.
couple
He
days, maybe.
definitely had. Now he has. I think you have more than a couple days. Don't you think so?
Yeah. He's probably got maybe.
I'd say a
4 or 5
couple
days.
weeks, to be honest.
Nah. Weeks, no
you
way.
don't think so?
No way. He's got a couple days. He's got like 4 to 5 days, probably.
You definitely
Okay.
don't have to worry about it like just all of a sudden. I mean, I don't know if you're around on the weekends or not, but it's not like come Monday it's gonna be gone.
Wait, so what is it that you guys are thinking here?
If you'd like to purchase them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How much you want?
Ooh. Do you have like a initial offer? It's like how much these are worth, to you? Not easy to get hold of.
Gentlemen, I think there's a better conversation we should be having right now, because if you're offering me these to sell, that means you have more of these, because otherwise, with CYPRESS being like, what, 50 individuals, some of which are obviously sick, including Sab, I imagine that you're not bringing your last 2 vials over here and saying they're going to break in a couple days. And given our previous conversation from perhaps maybe a month ago or whatever, where you were looking for a cure like, the
So
what is it?
I can be transparent,
Yeah.
Okay. I do have one more. Everyone but one person in CYPRESS is cured.
Oh,
Yeah. Saab's cured, I'm cured, Luciano's cured, Queenie's cured.
What if he's
everyone in
sick again?
CYPRESS is cured except from one guy. And so probably, I'm saving this one I have for him.
Here's the thing. We spoke to Pestilence, and it seemed like he might be going away.
Yeah.
This might be, when it came to this, it seems like this was the last of the vials that are probably going to be out there, at least for somebody to be able to hand off to, like we are now to you, right?
Now we're not fucking you around here. We wouldn't come here and just lie to your face. Like we don't have more of these. Like
Yep, this is the last of it.
by some miracle,
and you want to get,
I got
and
free?
because they're about to rip, you want to cook a bit on it.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, listen, we
Yeah.
got our one guy that we want to cure. We have 2 extra. We figured, hey, Nino probably knows people that are sick. We don't want to go around asking people that are, whether they're sick or not. The vials will probably run out by then. You probably know somebody.
Yeah.
You have more reach than we do.
all the
I'm with
humane
you.
labs,
I'm with you.
all the stuff you were working on.
I was
what
kinda-
Jason was working on.
I was kind of hoping you had a line, because if that was the case, there's a lot that could be done with this. There's 2 pots in my brain that are cooking off. I mean,
you could do something with them, right? Like, I mean, this could be the start of working on an actual cure. I don't know if you've even been able to get hold of one of
oh
these.
my
before.
god, I tell the PD to fix their shit, and I'll give them.
You'll cure their fucking people. Like they'll be right on this shit.
What about Jason though? Right?
Honestly, I haven't seen Jason in weeks. I don't know if we struggled
she's been
to
away for
catch
a
up
little
with
bit.
her, you know?
Okay.
We've told Jason to back off on finding an actual cure instead. Work on the shit that we spoke about last time. Because this Pestilence guy was talking about how, people that found or got close to finding a cure were killed.
Oh, I forgot about that. Right before she's been away for like almost 2 weeks now, week and a half, something like that.
So we don't want her dying.
Yeah.
And we got no use for these 2, but you might. might grab people by the fucking balls with this shit. Make a play with it. We don't care. What you do.
I don't know. Give me an offer, guys. I mean, I got like a, yeah, give me an offer. Cause I got no loved ones that need, you know, fixing, so it's hard for me to, you know, put a number on it. You know what I mean?
I mean, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I want to say a high number, but at the same time, I don't want to seem like I'm fucking ripping you off.
Give me a
or anything like
fucking
that.
number, brother. Listen. Hold on, gentlemen. You're talking to the guy that's been cutting millions of dollars to groups around the city for events, knowing full well that's probably being used for Class 2 firearms. You know, so like you can shoot straight. You're not taking my money, brother. This is your tax money. But the reason I'm asking for the number is it's got to make sense, right? Because if it doesn't make sense, I can't sign off on it.
What is too much?
I'm thinking like, is 2.5 each too much?
2.5 mil? I'd get fucking literally ripped out of my seat. I
You're saving
think
lives here, though.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, but it's two lives.
This is like, it's 2 lives, right? But how do you put a price on 2 lives? I mean, this is.
Exactly.
I asked the
this is
chief of
cops-
police, and I tell him, look, I got somebody that's got 2 of these vials.
Yeah.
How much? Because then I am passing the buck to the guy looking to save his own officers' lives, right?
How much do your officers mean to you?
And
Essentially the
I
question.
will tell him, I've got the checkbook. So how much do we do? Turner, how much do we do? And then he gives me a number like that, right? Now all of a sudden, who am I to say? You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
I mean, he might say, "Fuck him, let him die," for all we know.
Okay, well then that makes that further delegitimizes my ability to do 2.5, right? Because you have to. Here's the thing, right? And this is going to sound a bit stupid. Is a number is as legitimate as the least common denominator, right? Because all it takes is one fucking dumb marshal be like, "Oh, $2.5 million for saving a life? That's too much. He's corrupt." These are the kind of things I always gotta play those.
I understand.
mental
I mean,
games.
that was
Yeah,
just
right?
the, you know, that was the. I gave you a figure. You asked for it. You know.
I think like 100K makes sense.
I mean, you give out like 2 million for an event, right? What about
Yeah.
what about 2 million? Save 2 lives. I mean, how can anyone question that? To be honest.
Listen,
Like,
I can put that number forward. I want someone like Turner to sign off on it.
okay.
Right. And so give me like 24 hours.
Sure.
And
24 hours, no problem.
yeah, because then what that
We'll
lets
be
me
around
do
tomorrow.
is get an assessment. Because like I said, right, I don't know what it's worth. I know it's a life, but you know how people view lives in the city, right?
Well, do you think Jason, like, will you get a chance to speak to Jason like tonight? She has a pharmaceutical
If she's back.
company, right? Like,
Yeah.
will she be able to do something with one of these? Because that would also be great.
Oh. That or the hospital.
The hospital too. It doesn't have to go to like.
Yeah.
This doesn't have to go to cops. This could go into research and development. So
Yes.
One to Jason, one to the hospital.
Yeah.
I know there's the doctors that have been working, like they're trying, and maybe they've never had the actual cure.
Let me talk to Sama, and maybe that's a better route, right? Like, listen, look, guys, I'm gonna be straight with you. Look, you guys are bringing me more than anyone with a event request, right? I know. Listen, let's like not beat around the bush, right? You guys are looking for a payday, so let me see what I can cook you guys up, right?
All right.
Yeah. So,
me
and
ask you
I'm not
this.
gonna lowball you because, like I said, I got fucking access to $430 million. It's no like fucking skin off my
Yeah,
skin off my
time,
back.
Nino, like we do understand, like a little, like we're not, you know, yeah, this is insanely valuable. Like if people have done the things people have done to get hold of these is,
Mm.
you know, you don't even want to put it into words, but at the same time, like we're not just trying to. You know, it's the state's bank account. We know what we're up
Who
against.
cares?
It, you know.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. I'm
It's
gonna
not
try
like
to
I'm asking for
maximize.
10 million each. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know, we're reasonable too, so it's all good.
Let me do the. Let me cook some, and like I said, give me 24 hours, and I'm gonna try to maximize your payment on my end.
Okay.
Let me ask
I
you
just
this,
gotta.
Nino.
My only concern is I gotta make sure that, you know, my you know, I don't cut off the tip of my nose doing this.
Right. You don't shoot. Yeah, you don't shoot
Yeah.
yourself in the
Yeah.
foot. Okay, so money transactions. That's where the concern is at. You might get tracked. You might get fucked.
Oh
You got bet too. Is that tracked as well?
yes.
Fuck.
Yeah, but if it's coming out of the county, like why does it matter?
I'm just trying to like think of ways of making this easier for you. You know.
No. The easy thing is I just got to make sure I have enough. So anytime. So here's the event stuff. It's got a lot of stuff that goes on in the background, right? Where it's you know, I have such a. We have almost like 300 processed events, right? And there's a reason we do it a certain way because it adds a layer of protection. For something like this, that protection is going to be. Sama's like hell yeah, where you know what? They're asking for like 2.5 milli, right? Like what do we do here? I don't mind paying it off, and now because of Sama Head and say a judge or Turner is backing that decision, I'm good, right? At that point, I'm protected. So that's the way to do it. And then as soon as I do, fucking boom boom, give me the account number, done and done.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll
It's
let
not
you
like
cook.
we're buying something illegal. It's just
Right.
I need someone other than myself. You know that I had a CYPRESS tag on my MDT? Do you know about this?
Jesus.
What?
Yeah. Just because like you and I talked a couple times, Luciano, and I think that's it. Like some motherfuckers put the CYPRESS tag on me. So you have to understand
Jesus.
that part of like the shit that I have to like consider is someone just doesn't say, oh yeah, Luciano and Nino are friendly. They're just cutting checks, right? And if
Right,
that
right,
is the case, like I said, that's why I want to know a little bit more. Because if you got another fucking 10 of these in the trunk, that helps me cook a little bit better. I don't mind helping to
Yeah.
push some shit like this. Like it's not, it's just like I
Yeah,
said,
unfortunately, no.
yeah.
We just figured that, like I said, we're not looking at. We're not in the position to go around like start bartering with judges and cops, and we leave that to you. You
Yeah.
know what I mean,
I got you.
I got these, and we're like, Nino, So
Yeah.
you let
I
us
got
know,
you.
okay?
We'll do. Yeah, 24 hours. Give me a call tomorrow around
We'll be
this
around
time.
tomorrow, so we'll touch back in there.
Easy.
One more thing.
Yeah.
Actually, two. Real quick.
Mm.
We had an agreement with the other stuff. That friend. I'm just gonna shoot straight. The 5 million. For the guy.
Bro, I don't remember. Oh, yeah. What about him?
That
What's the fucking ex's ass?
well, we.
Last I heard,
you
he was
know,
just cut out.
he's no longer with us, so he doesn't have that protection. He's a free agent. We ain't gonna do nothing to him.
To blow his brains out.
Okay, so it was that for
Yeah.
for whacking the guy, yeah.
Yeah. I think it would send a very particular message, right? Listen, let's be honest here, right? The guy, I mean, look at his latest tweet.
B2 Customs, everything auto related, bumper to bumper.
Oh
no,
The
no.
one below that. The one below that. 5 hours.
Yeah,
ago.
search for Bruce, and look at the only person that, because he's been tweeting the shit for like a little bit, which quite frankly the guy is already out. I've already hurt the motherfucker more than anything just by doing what I've been doing, and it's not even targeted at him. This guy's not even in the, but it's Tony noted this to me. I'm like, and look at the only tweet he gets sent out. Right?
It's pretty funny.
Now, you know, my point there is, you know, my reason for originally coming to you guys, right, is this guy is no bueno for y'all as well, right? At the end of the day, you know, it doesn't look good. You know what I mean? And
sure.
I mean, look, case in point, fucking $2 million clocked into some shit. What am I gonna put a fucking clock out system at the Quartz Center? You know what I mean? He's that kind of guy. So, and he said it to my face, right? Now, the shooting in the back of the fucking dome, I feel like that enters into a different, you know, different kind of thing. You know what I mean? So.
Okay, but it's still on the table.
Yeah, it's still on the table.
All right, beautiful.
You know, obviously make it, you know, try to, so it's obvious it happened. You know what I mean? Maybe someone, you know, pops in the back of the head. His body is found out by, you know, by,
The tuna shop.
I think it should have somewhat of y'all's imprint on it. You know what I mean? Because we're talking about a hit here. You know what I mean? I think doing it right is good, right? Because otherwise, I could get any Joe Schmo to take him out.
Yeah, yeah.
Not that they
he's not hard to
aren't
find
already.
either, so.
Not that I've asked, but
Oh, we got you.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. We'll let you know how that goes. Last
All right.
thing, I want you to be a judge for the CFC. Do you have time for that?
1,000%. I just need to know, like, the day before. You know what I mean?
Tuesday, 3 p.m. Eastern.
Tuesday, 3 p.m. Eastern, done. Can you give me a call an hour in advance?
Sure.
Beautiful.
I'll give you a call. All you got to do is just, you know, judge them based off of some of the criteria we're going to be giving you. So that's
All
it.
right, easy. All right.
All right, brother.
Okay.
That's it on my end.
I will.
Appreciate your time.
Absolutely. I'm gonna start cooking on this ASAP. Luckily, you told me today because we're out on the weekend. So I'm gonna talk to some. I'm gonna talk to the chief. What number do you want me to like? What's a legit like? Do you want me to aim for 2.5?
Aim the highest, I think. Yeah. I mean, whatever you can get.
Like
Yeah, obviously if we're dealing with like hospitals and you know they may not have. It's got to look right.
We're not.
It's got to make sense.
There's not going to be a bunch of more of these popping up, right? Because if I want you get it right. Like I'm not. I go start doing that, and someone's like, "Well, we just found 10 more of these last week." You know what I mean? Like. I
mean, we don't actually. We're not pestilence. I don't have that answer. Honestly.
Did he give you these?
Yes.
Oh fuck.
But
I
like,
don't think anybody has the balls to go up to him and tell him, you know, and ask him for the shit.
Oh, is that what happened? Okay, all right, that's a little bit
at the
different.
same time, like he's not like you know, there's still people sick, right? These aren't easy to come by. They're really not.
I got you. All
There's
right,
cops I know that've been coughing for months, and they don't do shit about it. And like I said, I think the R&D, there's doctors that have been trying to work on this. I think those people deserve it more than the cops. People like Jason, the hospital, they may not never had one of these before, right? This could allow them to do something. So,
yeah,
let us
no.
know.
All right, 100%. Why'd you pick those colors, Luciano? What the fuck?
Oh, I just came from a fucking wedding. This is
I know,
wedding
but
attire.
fucking Saints tan just is.
Oh,
I don't know. There's always something about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't have time to go to a clothing store. You know, we came straight here. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, my car's neon green. It's the only color that isn't claimed. It's just, you know, the black or neon green or brown, which I'm good.
Yep, I feel that.
Yeah,
right.
can't fucking rep any color without being identified as a gang. So,
feel free to. By the way, obviously, what I said about the, you know, the van stuff, you know, keep that tight-lipped, right? Just so, because if it becomes too obvious, they're gonna change up their pace. But like I said, I got plans around that, and you guys are definitely on the.
Well, let's
the
just agree,
folder.
no one speak about that. 'Cause
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like if people need to know it's happening, they're gonna know, right? There's no point like spreading it to the whole city already. So just we're not gonna say shit.
Precisely,
Like,
because
they'll
you-
know when they need to know.
And there's the other thing too, right? Is you wouldn't want it to turn into another bank truck where people are countering the fuck
Oh my god.
the quartz.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
the whole thing.
yeah. So
Okay.
all right,
Good talk. We'll catch up tomorrow.
100%. Y'all stay safe.
Hey,
You
you
too.
too.
Someone wanted to talk. Quantum. Oh, Dragon. Let me get Dragon sorted. Let me call Quantum. And Dragons is working now. Woo!
Yo.
Hey, sorry, I
What's
just
up?
got done.
What's up?
So, oh my God, I forgot to check.
Are you good? Mr. Mayor?
Coming soon. Wait. Give me a sec. I forgot. I was about to check something. Give me just hang tight.
No, I'm hanging. Drop me those maths, Ailey. I'll hold on to them. I'll go give them to him. Ailey,